All right, we're gonna call this "What's on Our Mind." We got a list of the random musings and topics we want to talk about. We're gonna start off with Drizzy Drake dropped was it a Lucy or was it actually a single from the album?
Uh, I think it's a single.
Okay,
Yeah, it's Apple single. Yeah.
okay. He announced the title of his album called Iceman, which you know, you're just not in anyone's good graces when they're like calling the album title trash before they even know anything about the album. Like, I don't, how do you know it's
Right.
bad? You don't know what's on it. But so it's the album title is called Iceman. I'll admit, skeptical of the name, but I'm willing to hear it out first. And the title of the song was What Did I
That's
Miss,
funny.
right?
Yeah, what did I miss?
Okay. What are your thoughts?
Um, I like the song. It's cool. Um, it's not as good as the Drake leaks that he put out on his like Finsta or whatever. The three songs that like really slapped, like Cheerios. I can't remember what the other two were titled, where he's like rapping.
Yeah.
This song is cool. I like the first half. Then there's a beat switch and it gets a little more melodic. And I don't know. I think whining about betrayal sounds way cooler when you're rapping over a hard beat
Yes.
than doing like the melodic, like kind of like nice for what flow low key,
Yeah.
like I like it's a dope song. It's cool. Um,
You know, I called it like, I was like, it's a cool song. It's like, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Solid little
yeah,
game. You just like
yeah.
your presence was felt on the court, but no one's gonna say you balled out. Like it was a cool
Yeah,
little.
you're not making any Sports Center highlights on that
No,
one.
like it was a solid day at work.
Yeah.
But he needed one of
Um,
those. Although I think I will say I like the Nokia song more than most people.
Interesting. It's
It,
cool.
it's
It's
it
fun when you're like
until
outside and around like women and stuff.
until the flip, that when it starts, that baby girl, like that part, I'm
Oh yeah,
out.
baby
But
girl.
everything up until that, if I hear it at the gym, I will listen
Miss
to
you
that part.
twirl.
Yeah, like you can keep that. You can tell he's scrambling for something.
Yeah, he is. He's like any artist that big that's putting out that much music at that rapid a rate, they're not happy with the reception. That's how
Well,
you
I
know.
think he's just. I think they're just loosies. They're just random things.
Fair, true.
But I mean,
But it
you
looks like
know,
he's flailing. Not that he is, but
yeah,
it
yeah,
it
it
just looks
does.
like
I
that.
mean, clearly he's taking a punch for the first time, and he just
Yeah,
doesn't know what to do. But I thought the song
correct.
was cool. I'm definitely
Yeah,
willing to give the album a shot. The first Drake album, like I'm actually looking forward to hearing in a decade, to be honest with you, since
yeah. Well, I really look forward to Certified Lover Boy. But that was pretty underwhelming.
the best song on
So
that one was the opening track, Daddy's
yeah. He
Home.
floated on that shit. No,
Yeah,
no, Champagne Poetry.
I think the first track was Daddy's Home, but I think either way, that's also a good
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Um, which is what's funny is if he had played it that way and just disappeared and hadn't filed a lawsuit and whined,
Yeah,
he would the what did I miss would have come off better. You're right. The first track
correct.
was Champagne Poetry. I stand corrected. The second track
Yeah,
was Poppy's Home. And I didn't even named the track
yeah.
right. It's called Poppy's Home. But so, anyways, to wrap it up, yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It was a solid effort. He got off the mat a little bit. He's just got to get to the he's got
His
to wait
legs
for
are
the
still
bell to
wobbly.
ring to get
His
he
legs are
got to
still
get back
wobbly.
to his corner.
Cool. Um,
All right, so there was a Twitter thread that it was long and the short of it was like women always want to buy us sentimental gifts but want material
yeah.
things for their birthday. Um and man, the thread comes around every so often, but it's just so true. They
Yeah.
they 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 buy gifts for us that they think they'll like. And I think I said in there, I was like, "Oh, great, the pen that you wrote the first time you wrote your number down on a piece of paper. Thanks." I did. It's a good. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't really. Just buy me Madden. That's really, it comes out every year. You don't have to do this.
Yep.
But what were your thoughts
You
on
don't
it?
got to do this. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten some really good gifts from like dates and girlfriends before. Um, and I've gotten some ones that was like you just got to smile through it and you're grateful for the thought and the the attention to detail or what have you, but
The biggest lie
um
ever told was the thought that counts. No, like, could you think to got me a good gift? It's not. Okay, it's the thought that counts when it's like your great aunt at Christmas.
right.
It's not the
That's okay,
thought
that's
that
fair.
counts when it's someone that knows you. Like it,
That is true. That's true.
right?
That's true.
It's like, why are you like, okay, yeah, some like my great cousin at the that
Yeah.
showed up at Christmas and got me a pack. Okay, you thought of me, fine.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like, if you actually know
But
me
if
and you
someone that
buy
you
me
spend
some
every day
bullshit,
with or
yeah,
yeah.
like it's like, how are you? One dude was like, "I love my shorty down, but she definitely got me a picture of us for for the first gift."
That's crazy. Yeah,
I think
I
I said on the
remember
podcast one time the time a girl got me a star. Um,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did. You did. Yeah.
like it was literally like a certificate of a star, and she was like, "Well,
Yep.
now it's a star," and it was a piece of paper. Like it was, it's like okay. And then I
That's
don't think I
funny.
said this on the pod, but the woman I was dating around Christmas last year, the toiletry bag. Oh
Oh
God.
yeah, I remember that. Yep, I remember that.
It's like very sweet
Um,
lady, but it was like
yeah.
it was like a leather bag filled with it was like toothpicks
That's kind of
and
insulting. I'm not gonna lie.
floss
I'd be pretty
and
upset about that. I'm not gonna lie
lotion
to
and
you.
a stick of deodorant. And I was
She got
like,
you a Father's Day gift for Christmas.
oh my God.
Did she get you a necktie too, or the macaroni
No, but
heart, or what?
I think a pack of socks would be on deck for my birthday if she made
Yep.
it till then. But
Yeah, that's
oh
funny.
God,
Yeah, I remember an ex-girlfriend at the time. It was our first Valentine's Day together, whatever, and she got me like a maybe a card, but it was like a on a poster, and it was like one of those things where it was like a pun, and each pun like had like it was like the title of a candy bar,
yeah,
so it was just like candy bars glued to the poster type shit. Like it was sweet, but it was like I got you like an actual gift.
candy bars.
Yeah.
I've definitely been gifted like it's your favorite candy, and it's like
Yeah.
I know where Harris Teeter is. It's not like
That's like when your parents send you care packages in college. Like
yeah, but it's like I'm not broke anymore. Why are you sending why are you sending me my favorite snacks?
like
I've
I
long
appreciate the
been
Sour Patch Kids,
yeah.
but
I was broke in college. I didn't need I don't need I can buy my own socks and t-shirts and candy now. You're supposed to buy me something I otherwise wouldn't buy myself or just something that's on my like list that
yeah,
I hadn't gotten around to yet, you know.
right. Yeah.
Or if all else fails, I tell all my female friends, Madden or 2K come out every year. He's never gonna be mad about Madden or
No,
2K.
that's a fact. Yeah. Like my
You know,
mom, my
they come
parents be
out
like, "What do
every
you want for
year.
Christmas?" Yeah, Madden, 2K, Call of Duty, some assortment of those three. Maybe throw in some
Assassin's
sort of fantasy or
Creed
adventure
every other
game.
year.
Yeah, Assassin's
You're never
Creed.
gonna go wrong with Assassin's Creed.
If they ever drop like another God of War,
Yep.
any like Harry Potter game, whatever, something like that, like I'm cool with that.
Or if the new system just dropped and y'all locked in like that, get in the new system.
That is also, yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen a man upset. He got the new PS4, 5, whatever. Five
facts,
is the
yeah,
latest, but over the years, like
right,
so if y'all locked in like that,
yeah,
that's not an early gift, but
hmm
so
yeah,
stop by. We are just as materialistic as y'all. We like toys and electronics. We don't want your trinkets.
like nice shoes.
Yes. Although as a sneakerhead, I will say tread lightly on shoes. We're very particular.
Fair, that is true. Because if
So
they get the wrong colorway, then you wasted $300.
wrong colorway, they could go to the wrong store and get some Fugazi. Like just tread
Yeah,
very
that's true.
lightly on
Yeah,
shoes.
you're right.
If you're gonna buy shoes, treat it like
Stick
we do jewelry. Reach out to his friend like we would reach out to your friend to buy jewelry because we don't know what
correct.
the fuck kind
Yes.
of jewelry you want. So we're gonna reach out to your friend like, hey,
Yep.
looking at so and so, you need to do that with his friend and choose.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
and you wanted to talk
Um,
about something about being a good person or something like that.
yeah. So every
Your
like couple
before
weeks
we
or so on
start,
Twitter, there's the
your video is like blurry, and there's like a little bit
oh
of a
shit,
log. So
that's
um
weird. The
all
fuck is
good,
going on?
man.
Huh, that's weird.
Baby girl.
It's still blurry.
It's clearer now. You're good. I mean, if you as long as we have the audio in sync, I can deal with the blurry, it's fine. because we're gonna compress it
Okay.
anyway.
That's fucking weird. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
Oh yeah,
so what'd you say?
so every couple weeks or so on Twitter, you'll see like certain tweets over and over again. And this time it was the there's no benefit to being a good person tweet that went viral again. And
Do you
somebody
have it? You want
replied
to
to
read
it.
it verbatim for the people? Because I don't.
Oh, that's literally verbatim what the tweet
Okay.
was. And then somebody replied to it and they said, you're not supposed to do it for the benefits. But then somebody
Correct.
quoted it. And this is what I thought was really interesting. I've never heard it from this perspective. And they said, yes, you are. Being a good person is supposed to lead to reciprocity, encouraging others to do the same. That's what leads to a benevolent society. A lot of villains are created in a society where being a good person has no reward system. So I thought that was pretty interesting because I never really thought of it that way from like a pay it forward kind of aspect. We always talk about it in terms of like, yeah, individual reciprocity, like, I do good for you, you do good for me, but I never really thought of it in terms of the macro perspective of still, doing a good deed.
Something I made peace with a long time ago is that, well, obviously everyone wants to be rewarded for the things that they do, and
Correct.
they want reciprocity. Um,
Hmm.
but you're going to drive yourself mad seeking that in
Counting.
others. And
Yeah.
so if you should do good deeds and be a good person because it's the right thing to do and because you feel
Right.
some intrinsic value in it, and let the flowers be on top of it, because you will,
Hmm.
like you said, you will become the fucking Joker if you're if you think that every
Yeah.
time you do something good,
You're
like
owed
it's
something in return.
correct. I think that society by and large values good people? I would say no. I think the proof is
No.
kind of in the pudding there.
Yep.
But you have to decide, what kind of life you want to live and what kind of person you want to be. I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't want to be the kind of person that people when you're not around they go, oh, this motherfucker, like like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you just
Or when they leave
don't,
a party, they're like, thank God.
or like you want people to have fond memories of you and you want them to speak highly of you when you're not around, and that has to be enough because it's never go if you're searching for tit for tats and reciprocity. I don't think you're gonna get that. But I don't think anyone's wrong
Yeah.
in that. Um, she's right that a just society would
Reward
value
that.
that more. But
Right.
you know, um, there is something to what she's saying in that a just society would value it more. But
Hmm.
I think you're gonna be waiting a long time if that's what you're waiting for.
Right.
So I don't
Yeah, I don't.
I want to make it a dating topic, but like,
Right.
it's like you have to be good because it's what you feel good. If you're expecting it to have a good ROI, I don't think you're gonna get that.
Right. Yeah. Like, I don't think, and even if you do get the like good job for doing the good thing, um, like if that's why you did it, then is it really that good?
See, I'm one of those people like I don't actually care. Like the why matters, but it doesn't matter. So like for instance, like some
The
celebrity,
outcome's not dependent on that.
yeah, like some billionaire will like, I don't know, donate $250,000 to some, uh rebuild some project or something, and someone will be in the quote tweets like he's just doing this for
It's
a
a
tax
tax
break.
write-off.
Like who
Right.
fucking cares? Did you get the
It
money?
still help people. Yeah.
Like I don't think his ulterior motives matter as long as the money got to people who
Correct.
needed it. And so yeah, he might be doing it for a tax write-off. One, people don't understand how tax write-offs work.
Right.
They think it's literally like you get $250,000 off your taxes. It's
Back.
like
Yeah.
no. Two, does it matter? So yeah, so let's
Right.
say our tax code incentivizes rich people to donate money. I'm okay
Hmm.
with that. Like
Yeah.
like it doesn't really, like the Bill Gates Foundation for da 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 da. Yeah, he probably uses as some sort of shell to save money, but like you're gonna tell me that there's no
Yeah.
good out of that, and like we'd be better off if he just put it in a savings account or something? I don't think so.
True. That's a good
Um,
point.
so I don't think people get so caught up in the why and the motives behind it, but like what were the
Yeah.
results? What were the results? Did the houses get built?
Right.
Did the children's hospital get erected? Like did the kids get
Yeah.
to see a doctor
Was
because
was
this
the
hospital
disaster
was built?
averted?
Correct.
Yeah.
And if some guy wants to play, if some rich guy wants to put his name on the door of the hospital, but he paid for the hospital, that's fine with me.
Right.
So.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I think as long as the outpack outweighs in the intent, then the intent is borderline irrelevant at
Yeah,
that
I
point.
almost
You know
like
what I
don't even
mean?
want to know. So,
Yeah.
uh, you know, people, but I'll take any motherfucker's money if he's giving it away. So,
Right.
words of the great Clay
And
Davis.
true. And I think eventually, if you do enough good, some part of you has to become or feel good about it, So I think there's that element too, where, you know, you maybe, I think sometimes people would like do things for the optics, yeah, for sure. But I think at a certain point, you know, sometimes you fake it, then you say fake it till you make it. Like eventually that can become who you are, a part of who you are intrinsically. So, um,
That is true. I just wanted to get one more thing off while we're on what's on our mind.
yeah,
There was a tweet that I saw, and it was like, you can't tell me going to the video store on Friday, the movie Blockbuster, we'll just use that as a stand-in. There were several,
right.
but it's like Kleenex and toilet paper. It's one word.
Hmm.
So it's like you can't tell me that going to the Blockbuster, picking one movie out wasn't a better experience than this streaming stuff. And I agree, man. I really do think
Huh.
that I don't think people are actually happy with unlimited options. I
Yeah.
think
You spend
people
your whole time
don't
scrolling.
people don't want to people don't want to program every aspect of their life. They don't want that's just too many decisions. They were happier
Yeah.
when they sat down on the couch at 8 o'clock and they watched whatever was on Channel 9.
Yeah.
And I like people I try to tell my niece all the time, like I used to just turn the UPN and whatever was on UPN was what I was watching. There was no
Yeah.
I didn't even
And
know what would
UPN
be
never
on
missed,
there.
by the way. That was one of
No,
the best
like
networks.
it UPN, BT, Fox,
Yeah. CW.
WB, like I
Yeah.
didn't like we didn't program anything. It just we
Yeah.
watched what was on the
We just knew
TV.
what the schedule was, and we were in the house for that time period if that was a show we liked.
And I was fucking happier doing that than sitting down. I made the joke on Instagram the other day where it's like I popped this popcorn and spent 30 minutes picking out a movie that I'm gonna watch for 20 minutes. And
Right.
and there's this like feeling that like if I don't like it in the first 20 minutes, I could be watching something better. So I turn it off and go
Right.
find something else. And then it's like you're constantly chasing that perfect show that's gonna just knock you
It doesn't
over.
exist.
It
And then you just
doesn't
go back to the show
exist.
you've been watching, you've watched 15,000 times over.
Well, it does exist, but there's like five of them. There's only one Breaking Bad. There's only one Mad
That is
Men,
true.
and
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like you ever listen to an album,
Yeah.
prelude or prediction, I don't know what the word is. Foreshadowing. You ever listen
Yeah.
to an album and there's like a album cut on it, an old album from back in the day when you had CDs or radio or
Yeah.
whatever, and there's an album cut on it, and you're like, I know I would have never given this a chance if I had unlimited music in my phone, like at the time.
True.
There'll be like
Yeah.
a because like I just had 10 CDs. I just listened to motherfuckers over and over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
And I know there's
100%.
songs on those CDs that I love that had to grow on me. And if wasn't forced to listen to
That is
them,
true.
if I didn't have a playlist or if I didn't go on Spotify and there's 10,000, 10 million songs on there, I would have never
Hmm.
given it. I would have listened to it for 30 seconds, this shit whack, and go to the next one.